Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach and today we're looking at Ecomi, VeVe, Omi updates as per usual. I had a brain fart for a second there. Not the right time to have a brain fart. First of all, let's have a quick look at the Omi price, because I actually haven't looked at that in the past few videos. So currently we're at 0.002509 price on a low of 0.002362 and a high of 0.002743 over the past 24 hours. Nothing really changing too much. Obviously though, I know people are enjoying this time because essentially you can buy as much as you want. Well, you could buy as much as you want regardless, but obviously for a cheaper price. That being said, new PR partners, season 2 auction overhauls, 4 drops running English, interviews and panels. Meet Trevor, moving to Immutable. It's safe to say May was another huge month for Ecomi and VeVe community updates. As many of you are already aware, we release weekly wrap-up articles to keep up the whole family as update as possible. If you missed any of them, of course, you can check these too. We have also opened a regular voice chat in the VeVe Discord server, so you can chat with Dan, Reese, and Trevor once a month, roughly. Having said that, here is the I think this is a chat that happened a couple of days ago. I've actually posted my own version of this, but it's only an hour long. I'd imagine that Kyle was here for the entire thing, so we might actually react to this entire thing, or at least this part, because this is exactly where I left. We'll watch the rest of it later on though. But that being said, more recently Ecomi co-founders David and Dan sat down with Reese for an in-depth conversation, catch up discussing everything from on English and Immutable announcements. More on these below too. VeVe hitting Comic-Con, catch the full clip. So basically, very quickly on the Comic-Con thing, someone actually asked whilst I was in the clubhouse how the Comic-Con thing is going to work. We do not know right now how it's going to work because it is online, even though it is technically Comic-Con San Diego, which is the biggest Comic-Con in the world. We do not know how it is going to work out as far as what the actual platform is going to look like for VeVe, but definitely going to be interesting. I'm excited to see what they have come up with. And also there is another event happening in the, I would say not winter, but sort of like autumn/winter time. So maybe, I don't know, I think maybe October or September time, somewhere around there, where there'll be a smaller Comic-Con too. Someone asked whether or not Ecomi will be at that Comic-Con, and Reese essentially said that he doesn't know, but they do plan on being on everything that makes sense, essentially. So continuing on from that, here of course are the timestamps for this right here. We have actually already looked at this, I believe. I'm pretty certain we've actually reacted to this entire thing. Let me have a look real quick. Yes, we have, definitely. We've looked through that. Social growth. Since the launch of VeVe, our communities have continued to grow at an incredible pace, and May has been no different. This is my thing as far as social media is concerned. This is what I love to see. We have welcomed more than 20,000 new followers onto the Ecomi Twitter with over 10 million impressions and 1.3 million profile visits. We are also incredibly humbled to have reached over 100,000 total followers and want to extend a huge thank you to everyone in the Ecomi family. So to be very, very clear, we have welcomed more than 20,000 new followers to Ecomi, and now they've hit 100,000. So actually they've seen, what is that, like 20% of their growth in the past month? That is ridiculous. We also incredibly, no, we've already read that. If you missed it, retweet this post and comment with your VeVe username. I'm assuming that's for some sort of giveaway maybe. Having said that, of course, the VeVe social stuff continued to grow across May as well, with more than 5,500 new followers to the Twitter profile, almost 7 million impressions and just shy of 1 million profile visits. That's awesome, and of course, that, to be very clear, is different to the Ecomi stuff. Don't forget, you can also follow VeVe on Instagram for some Incredibles. Now, before we go into that, I do need to say that I really feel like Ecomi needs to get itself verified. Like, what's going on here? What's this? This isn't a verified thing. This is just an emoji. So we definitely got to get that verified, please, Ecomi. Same thing with VeVe, right? Anyway, going forward from that, digital collectible release on Season 2 begins. May was absolutely huge for digital collectibles released on VeVe, with weekly releases 3 never before seen brands, the start of Season 2 collectibles, and the first premium artist release to boot. So we had May 13, we had Dragon Girl by Simone Legno, I think, was the first premium art release on the platform. Dragon Girl, painted in 2019 by Tokidoki designer and co-founder Simone Legno, features the iconic mystery girl featured in many of I'm so used to calling them Simone. It's Simone, I think. Painted artworks enveloped by a beautifully designed Asian dragon. And of course, then we have the Black Man and White Series 5. I'm not going to go through all of this right now, but as we can see, obviously, we had a huge DC long-running product line hit the platform. We also had another DC news here with DC cover girls in a long-running line inspired by the powerful women of the DC universe that features dynamic depictions of the most famous heroes and supervillains as premium statues, all based on art from the now famous DC Comics. And of course, we have Batman, Catwoman, Mera, and Supergirl. So here we have all of them. Actually, right, I think this one's Mera. This one's Catwoman, obviously. This is going to be Supergirl, and then this will be Batgirl. That's awesome. No, wait, that's not right. Yeah, no, that is right. Batgirl, Catwoman. That makes sense, yeah, because there's a bat thing there. Okay, the team continues to expand. As many of you are aware, our team is growing and will continue to expand to ensure the needs of the company and the company are met. Company and community are met. This was originally posted in our May 22nd wrap-up, but we wanted to make it mention it here. So essentially, we've, they have welcomed 4 new backend developers and 2 new web developers. That is huge. For scalability purposes, our newest developers have already impacted the pace at which new updates are being completed, and will continue to play a vital role in bringing the VeVe vision to life. Now, when I say it's important for scalability purposes, let me go further than that. Scalability purposes is important because, I've seen a lot of people complain and want to see RNCPMK put, which RNCPMK, for those of you who aren't aware, is the marketing firm, the PR firm, I believe, actually, that Ecomi are partnered with. They're an absolutely huge PR firm, one of the biggest in the world by far. And people are wondering, when are they going to be putting Dan, for example, one of the co-founders, or David, or Reese, or anyone who really works at Ecomi, who knows what's going on? When are we going to be seeing them on CNN, MSNBC, etc., like we have seen with Gary Vee, for example, on Candy Digital talking about the MLB license? Well, honestly, I think that stuff like this needs to be done properly, which means that they need to have a scalable platform. It means Rolex is going to be a big part of that, being able to essentially do as many transactions as humanly possible. I think it's going to be huge, and I think that this is the sort of thing they need to do. They need to build up their product so that when they market things, the essential mainstream adoption will be ready. Right now we have roughly 300,000 users. I think just maybe 320,000. That being said, once we want to see millions, many millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of users on the platform, we will need to have scalable technology so that essentially all those millions of users actually have something they can work with, rather than seeing an absolute dumpster fire where millions of users trying to get on and it simply doesn't work, and then that's a really bad look for Ecomi as the first sort of experience, I guess, for new people, newcomers. That said, our newest developers have already impacted the pace at which new updates are being completed and will continue to play a vital role in bringing the VeVe vision to life. Another member of the team is having some incredible impact on our production pipeline is Trevor Dietz, our digital production manager. If you've missed these, please dive into the community videos so you can't. Now we have, cool. So we have Jake Gagan, we have Hello K. We've actually looked at both of these interviews. Check them out on the channel if you would like to. VeVe updates and latest developments. The VeVe app is always being refined and developed to ensure the smoothest collectible experience from both a user and technology standpoint. We are very happy to report that our digital collectible releases are across May were all incredibly smooth, and will continue to take the market offline for around 20 minutes prior to a drop and bring it back online as soon as it's practical post-release, usually no more than 2 hours. Throughout May, we also saw a number of rollouts for updates or go into development for imminent release, including market optimizations and complete refactor, new auction rules, which is incredibly important. We've actually gone over this already to protect buyers and sellers, new filters and sorting options, and app optimizations pending App Store release. So of course that essentially means that we are waiting for, I'm assuming, Apple and Android to actually allow that essentially. This week, there is no digital collectible release as the development team undertake a huge upgrade to our Unity engine to URP, or the Universal Rendering Pipeline. The URP upgrade allows for better rendering and service shaders to improve the quality of VeVe electrical collectibles, as well as other features such as... Now, what I'm really excited for, right, is that we haven't, 1 week break means that hopefully we're going to see something really cool after this 1 week. And realistically, the Unity engine thing is huge. This is essentially going to mean that every collectible now that we see, hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of URP, which will mean that essentially the products are going to be higher quality, which is only good, obviously, for scaling consumer. Need to get water after talking about that much. Okay. Interviews, announcements, and partnerships are in CPMK. The months commenced with the announcement of our lead PR and communications agency, RNCPMK, who have already been instrumental in the raising mainstream awareness of VeVe. Honestly, I don't know about that, but I legitimately don't know. Like, they might have, but I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Rogers & Co and PMK excel in the fields of creative marketing and communications and connect clients to consumers throughout the world of entertainment, lifestyle, sports, influence, and popular culture. As one of the Hollywood's most storied agency, RNCPMK work with huge brands like Snapchat, YouTube, LG, Hasbro, Activision, and more, as well as a range. Now, honestly, these public figures is like a drop in the ocean. Like, they're huge, obviously. David Beckham, Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt. Let's have a quick look. R and CPMK is legitimately like you'll see what I'm talking about now, and some of you already know this. Why does this go to Instagram, bro? Let's go to the actual website, please. Thank you very much. Okay, so we go over here and we go over to clients. I'm assuming it's clients, maybe, or representation, I guess. Is it representation or is it our work? Anyway, this is one cool. So yeah, we have Abigail Breslin, and we have Addison Williams. I'm not going to go through every one of these, but obviously we have Jamie Foxx. We have massive names: Bruce Willis, Brie Larson, David. Obviously, all of these, right? DJ Khaled. Just look at this entire list. Look at all the faces that you definitely know, because everyone knows these faces. Keanu Reeves. Who else do we have? Liam Neeson. We have Lawrence Fishburne. You know, we have everyone here. So that's really cool, and it'll be interesting to see if RNCPMK are able to hopefully connect VeVe with some of these celebrities, because realistically, if we had celebrities putting out NFTs, like say Lionel Richie doing, like, I don't know, a music or a guitar NFT or something, that would be kind of cool, don't you think? Having said that, recently, RNCPMK hosted an industry-focused NFT panel that featured pop culture icon Kevin Smith and a panel already. You know, this is what I'm talking about, already mainstream adoption. The thing to also bear in mind, though, and this is from a marketing point of view, is that RNCPMK are going to be huge, but I actually think the earned media that we see, I was going to say it's going to be more important. I'm not sure about that. So essentially earned media is stuff like social media, right? So when I make a video about VeVe, that's earned media. That VeVe haven't paid me, nor have Ecomi paid me to make any videos, but I make videos half because I'm interested. I'm not going to go over the percentages of it, but half because I'm interested and half because I make money, right? But Ecomi don't pay me for any of that. So that's called earned media, where essentially I'm talking about something that they haven't paid for. RNCPMK, I think, is going to be very important for a certain age group, probably mainly baby boomers, and maybe also Gen X, for trust on mainstream platforms like CNN, maybe Fox News, MSNBC, etc. That's my guess, at least. And then I'm hoping really that a lot of the marketing will come down to also stuff like targeted ads through native advertisement, like Facebook ads, YouTube, Google AdWords on both websites, YouTube ads, etc. And then, of course, it's going to be mainstream, hopefully, stuff like Twitch, YouTube, maybe paid activations, but I'm hoping that the paid activations won't necessarily be needed, because I'm hoping that essentially we'll see stuff like Pokemon YouTubers, Disney fanatic YouTubers, Twitch streamers, essentially using NFTs as part of their content anyway. I think that will be really helpful. In fact, that will literally be $1 billion in free marketing, which is what I made a video about already. So type in $1 billion in free marketing into YouTube, and hopefully my video will come up. But that being said, then we also have Ron English, easily one of the biggest artist announcements to hit VeVe today, world-renowned artist and pop culture aficionado. There we go. Ron English will be releasing a range of digital releases on the platform, bringing to life his pop-aganda characters and artworks as verifiable digital art and collectibles. His paintings and toy creations are otherworldly, and we are very excited to have Ron as our premier artist and to bring his visions to life in the new virtual world. If you want to learn more about that, I've actually made a video about it, so definitely check that out. One of the earliest releases, Rabbit Grin, will also offer fans and collectors the opportunity to receive a physical sculpture to complement their digital version, which will come complete with a verifiable blockchain ID and, of course, a special pair of gloves for all those diamond hands out there. Now, this is very important because this is actually something that Reese has spoken about already. This, I think, is really big because it shows that VeVe just isn't only in the business of putting out toy figures, it's in the business of actually putting out a service out there for consumers to enjoy. And of course, here we have our handsome CEO and of course Ron English right here, of course. Immutable X. Immutable is a purpose-built layer 2 solution for NFTs using Starkwiz rollup technology to enable instantaneous and gas-free minting on the Ethereum blockchain. Very important, this part, obviously, from an environmental point of view. With all the FUD going on, we are incredibly excited to make the transition to Immutable as our new technology partner and looking forward to open the interoperability of our digital assets and collectibles post-migration. This is important because Ecomi, I believe, promised this a little while ago, and now we're seeing it. Honestly, when I say a little while ago, a few months ago, which honestly in business is not long ago at all. Immutable is the first L2 scaling solution for carbon neutral NFTs built on Ethereum, allowing VeVe to provide millions of everyday consumers and collectors a seamless, secure and carbon neutral experience. This is massively important. Again, actually, I'm not sure if it's again, because I spoke about this in the last video that I recorded about 10 minutes ago, but I suppose you might not have seen that. So what I was saying in my last video is that, of course, this environmental step is really important because licenses have very much stated that part of the reason why they have worked with the VeVe for their NFTs is because of the carbon neutral end of things. You know, the environmental side is really important, both to people making decisions, but also consumer buying decisions is a lot of the time also now driven by environmental issues. And honestly, there's a certain level of FUD there. There's also a a certain level of not fed there. At the end of the day, though, if they are making strides towards keeping people happy and environmental issues, I'm all for it. Having said that, VeVe is headed to Comic-Con. We're incredibly excited to announce that we're taking to the SD Comic-Con, only the biggest pop culture event in the world, in July, to offer fans and collectors some very special digital experiences. This will include Comic-Con exclusive collectible releases, and we may have one or two more tricks up our sleeves, but you'll have to wait a little while. Now, actually, now I think of it, the fact that they've upgraded themselves to URP on Unity, which is the game engine they use to make these NFTs, if they're doing that with full Comic-Con, which they are, then that's really good. That makes a lot of sense, because essentially, like I say, we don't know how many people are going to come from Comic-Con, but it could literally be hundreds of thousands, right? And if that's the case, we want all those new users to have a great experience. The VeVeverse is coming. This month, you may have also noticed a slight change to the VeVe homepage, with the first mention of the VeVeverse making an appearance. Whilst the details are still secret, this first glimpse render certainly sparks the imagination of our V2 showrooms. Let's have a quick look at this beautiful, beautiful image right here. Of course, we have VeVeverse coming this later this year. It is pixelated for me too. The VeVeverse will offer an immersive metaverse in which fans and collectors can stake their claim in a new and collaborative world of collecting. And of course, we have a basically sci-fi looking building that's not actually huge, but still is basically above the cloud, so definitely has this whole metaverse feel going towards it. It's awesome to see. And then we have Omi token updates and exchanges. Exchanges during May, we were the recipients of technical difficulties twice when trying to list the Omi token on new exchanges. Many of these revolve around our current blockchain provider and will be more easily resolved once our migration to Immutable takes place. And this is one of the reasons why I love Ecomi right now, is because they're actually communicating this to us. You know, they essentially weren't able to keep the promise of May, but at least they've explained why, and it actually makes sense, right? We have recently been welcomed to a new exchange strategist to the team who is managing the ongoing utility awareness and listening to the Omi token on new exchanges, as well as helping to create new utility value mechanisms for the token moving forward. VeVeverse anyone. I slowed down there because my mouth started aching from speaking. Yeah, that actually happened. Please rest aware, we continue to work on new listings prior to our migration to Immutable, and with our new strategist on board, we have an industry professional that will assist in the process of listing on exchanges that already support the Go20 standard. Will update you with more information. Then we have Omen token utility. I need a drink. In May, we were very pleased to announce that we will soon be returning the core utility to the Omi token, using it to buy and sell digital collectibles, and that the capacity of the Omi token within VeVe is also changing to better suit our users. Whilst gems have always been designed as the in-app currency, this move was primarily to ensure, yeah, that makes sense, to ensure a familiar and friendly user experience for mainstream adoptions, audience per adoptions, as far as I'm concerned as well. Now, with the NFT space in the public eye and fans licenses alike taking a shine to the industry, it is much easier to offer both crypto and non-crypto solutions within the app to better suit all of our users moving forward. As such, we will enable the ability to buy and sell your collectibles in the market directly with Omi, no need to swap the gems. This will enable a free-flowing market and return the token utility and offer everyone a chance to cash out from the platform. In time, you have the option to directly purchase a portion of the collectibles sold in the store with your Omi tokens too, as well as the option to purchase a collectible with gems in the store and sell it in the market for Omi, so you can build your collections in the way you want to. Enabling a way to purchase directly from Omi to NFT will also serve to introduce new users to the wider ecosystem and Omi token and its value proposition as a deflationary asset, as the vast majority of VeVe users are expected to be mainstream non-crypto. This will likely create a demand for the token as new users are onboarded. And we actually just spoke about one of the other things that are going to massively onboard new people, most likely, which is the TSM crypto exchange. I forgot the name already, but TSM have work. So TSM is an esports organization. They have millions of fans, and they're basically going to bring a whole new level of mainstream adoption, probably over to, I think it was FTX as the exchange, which is really important. So of course, collectible purchases in the store will continue to burn tokens from the in-app reserve, and with our final legal accounting sign-offs expected within the next few weeks, the token buybacks will commence by the end of June. Around the grounds, we love wrapping up each month with memes and community contributions, and thanks to the hard work of the VeVe Art Show crew, there is never a shortage of content. So of course, here we have Batman, we have Cat, Batgirl, Batwoman. That's it. Batman, Batwoman, Batman, Batwoman. I love her smile. That's dope. Then we have Batman. Bro, this is so awesome. Batman at the pyramids. We have Superwoman, Supergirl. I think Superwoman, maybe in the fields. Oh, that's just haunted. Oh, that's just haunted. Oh, that's just haunted. Why would you do that? Why would anyone do this? This is haunted. So this is Reese. I think it's Mira. That's David as Supergirl, and then that's Dan as Catwoman. Whoever did this should be a crime. This is crazy. What the? Okay, we're gonna skip past. That's actually it, apparently. Okay, so put the weirdest to the end. Cool. I'm joking. It's cool. It's just really effing weird. But awesome. What are your thoughts on everything here? There's honestly 20 minutes. I was expecting this to be a 5-minute video, and I spoke really fast as well. And we also had this to go over. Seems like there's a lot to talk about. And actually, I also need to talk about some other stuff on this channel. So, oh my gosh, so much to talk about. I hope this video was interesting and helpful to you. If it was, a like is always much appreciated. Please subscribe to my channel for more of this stuff going on. Also follow me on Twitter. I actually posted about the TSM thing that I was just speaking about that you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. So if we go over here to real quick, we'll see here. Honestly, super glad that I started learning about crypto and NFT before this announcement. This is a huge step in esports, not only building crypto literacy adoption, but esports fans being able to benefit from crypto as well. I would highly recommend watching this. It's a really big thing. I'm really excited. But that being said, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Follow me on Twitter, and I will see you in the next video. Take it easy, everyone, in a bit.